Hi, this is Pilates with Sam. This is a series I am putting together for our second national lockdown. I believe this will be lasting for a while, so I'll try and get as many videos out as I can for you to use at home. Quite a few of you can't use anything you have to access the classes, but I would be delighted if you could use these to keep yourselves moving during this difficult time. So yes, there might be dogs coming through, you might hear a couple of noises in the background. I try to keep it down to a minimum, but this is my little Zoom room and I just love to be able to share what I can with you. So let's get started. We'll start today with shoulder release exercises. I have done a separate clip for those of you who just want to access the shoulder work, but for this we'll do the entire series. So we'll start in standing, then make our way down onto the mat. So coming up into floating arms, float the arms up, palms facing towards each other, keep those shoulders down so we're not reaching up, they're down. Rotate the arms and bring the arms all the way back down. The weight is coming down through the centre of the feet, equal weight through either foot, coming up and back down. Excellent. Let's do two more of those. Inhale, start using your breath. Think about using the breath to mobilise and stabilize where we need. Last one. Inhale, coming up. Stay up on this one. Come back just into a low V. Spread those fingers wide. Super active through the arms, through the fingers. Then I want you to come into a slight back bend. So you lift the chest up. This is not about compressing the spine back. It's about lengthening the front line of the body. Then look forwards, restack the spine and float the arms back down. Let's do one more of those. So we lift up. We then come out into a high V. Look up at the ceiling, stretch your body, have a little wriggle if that feels nice. Come back into the center, look forwards and float the arms down. From there we make fists with our hands. The thumbs are facing forwards. I then rotate the thumbs in and back. Notice how I've pushed my arms back and down to open up the shoulder joint. I stay here and I add neck rolls. The arms being drawn back and down will make this a little bit more effective. So we tuck the chin, we trace the collarbone, circle the head back and round. And again, let's do 3 circles. One more to go. And then when I come forwards, I change direction, still drawing the shoulders down and away from my ears. The hands are in fists and reaching back. And I've got one more circle to do on this side. Then I come back in. Yes, it's fine to hear all sorts of funny noises in your neck. That's releasing. Come into the center, back up, and shake yourself out. From there we come into a side reach. So we step a little bit wider. The feet are now in line with the outer border of your hips. Let's do arms out to the side. We'll accentuate this by threading the opposite hand through. So we start with one arm reaching up. As we go into the side reach, I thread the other arm through. I want you to feel a real stretching through the side of the body, ensuring that you don't twist. Keep that top shoulder back. I come back to the center, arms out, shoulders down. Same again on the other side. We'll do 4. So this is our second reach and stretch. Push down through that leg and reach up through that hand. Come into the center, inhale. Exhale, reach over. This shoulder is down, it's not up, it's drawn down. Out to the side, and last one. Over. Feel that stretch. We then come back to that starting position, shoulders down, which leads us in beautifully for a ribcage isolation to mobilize the back. So we reach out to the side as if to touch one wall, try and keep the arms level so we're not tilting, and then over to the other side. Feel whether there's any tightness on one side more than the other. Just be aware as we warm up how it feels from one side to the other. We then come back into the center, lower the arms down and shake everything out. Still got my legs quite wide because I'm going to come back into my side reach. This time I add chicken wings. So I lift the arms up Shoulders are down. I bend my elbows. Notice my fingers are together here. Draw those shoulders down and the elbows down. Take a quick peek at the arms, the lower arms. Bring them back as far as you can. It's not the hands, it's the full forearm coming back. That will open your shoulder joint. From there we reach up, inhale. Exhale, bring the arms back down. Make sure they haven't crept forwards. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Now let's add that side reach. We go over to one side. When we're there, we reach that hand up and overhead. Bend the elbow and come back into the center. Same again on the other side. Side reach. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale to the center. Let's do one more. If this is too much for you, you could have the hands down and do the same without the hands. Going over, reach the hand up, bend the elbow, inhale to the center. One more on the other side. We're nearly there. And reach, reach, reach. And bend. Oh, come into the center. Bring those arms down. And shake out. That leads us on nicely to now come down onto the mat. So we come to the back of the mat. Inhale, keep the tummy in, nice and tall, chest up, chin back. Then we exhale, we slowly allow the head to start dropping down. As we do so, we start allowing the shoulder blades to round and lengthen away from each other. Keep the belly in and then roll down. When you can't go any further, flex at the hips and go all the way down. Notice how you feel through the back line of your body. Bend the knees, bring the hands flat on the floor, the feet are flat on the floor, the head is hanging. Bring the chest down onto your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, send the bottom up to the ceiling as far as you can without taking the hands and the feet off the floor. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, send the tailbone back. Feel the stretch through the back line of the body. Last one, lower. And lift up. Stay there, inhale. Exhale and walk yourself forwards to come down into 4-point kneeling. So we're now in a 4-point kneeling position. The hands are directly underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath your hips. Now the belly is not collapsed down, your tummy is in to oppose gravity and there's a real sense of lifting the ribs away from the mat. We start with a cat, mobilizing the spine. Start tucking the tailbone sequentially round the spine. Allow the head and the neck to hang. Keep the shoulders wide. We then simultaneously lengthen the tailbone and the crown of the head away, coming back into neutral. Again, keep the shoulders wide here. Have a sense of almost squeezing the upper arms in towards your ribs. And again, tuck and round. Inhale. And exhale, lengthen away. Staying there, we then add a hinge through the knees to stretch the back a little bit more. We tuck, we round, stay there. We then hinge in through the knees. Keep that tailbone tucked, stretch that lower spine. Only go so far as you can keep the tailbone tucked. If that bottom starts lengthening away, you've gone too far. Keep the round shape and bring the shoulders back up and over your hands. Lengthen away. Same again. Inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, flex. Exhale, come forwards. And inhale, back into neutral. We then come into our tabletop. We'll go straight into tabletop 2, which is the opposite arm and leg. If you feel that is too much for you, then please feel just free just to do your leg. So we'll start with the left leg, lengthening the left leg away. Inhale and reach up. Reach the opposite arm, find that balance. And then lower the hand and the foot to the floor. Fold under. Inhale. Exhale. exhale, lengthen away, lift, lower, and fold. Good, maintaining that position. Think of a nice broad stance, pressing down through the hands and the knees. From there, we add a knee tuck. This is a balance of spinal flexion and a sense of really lengthening away, trying to create a sense of elongation in the spine. So we start this time with the right leg, slide the right leg away. Inhale, lift the leg and the hand. Keep those ribs lifted. We now bend the knee round the spine. If you can, use the left hand to draw the knee in towards the nose. Think about your balance, drawing your tummy in towards the spine and lengthen away. If that is too much of a challenge for you, please keep the hand down and just use the leg on its own and use your tummy to round and lengthen. Let's do two more. So we come in, use the hand if you can, or simply have the hand on the floor. And again, in and lengthen away. We then bring the hand and the foot to the floor, fold the knee under, same again on the other side. You're doing the full exercise. We slide the leg away, lift up, use the hand, draw the knee in, lengthen away. If you're just doing the leg, both hands are on the floor, fold in. You can still feel the work in through the core. Two more. And lengthen. Keep those tummies in as you lengthen away. And reach hand and foot to the floor. Fold the knee under and come back into that neutral position. From there, we're going to swing ourselves around so that our bottoms are on the mat, and we swing the legs round so we can roll down. Now, if rolling down is not for you, simply bring yourself onto your side and then bring your head back down onto the mat. For the roll down, we squeeze the legs together, the hands are out in front of us, shoulder blades down your mid-back. Inhale and exhale, tuck and round, looking at your belly and rolling all the way back down. Make sure you've got enough space. And I come down onto the mat. From there, I will start with Starfish. Fold both feet, so both knees, so the feet are on the floor. Make sure my spine is nice and long and I am in neutral, so I'm not collapsed onto the floor. Tummy is just gently connected, so I've got a sense of lengthening through the spine. We'll start by lengthening one arm forwards and the other leg away. Inhale. Exhale, slide that leg away, reach the opposite arm back. Focus on keeping your hips level. Come back to your starting position. If you do feel this in your spine, please just slide the foot along the mat. Alternatively, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, lift it half an inch off the floor. We then add through our challenge. You can continue this exercise as it is, or we can add this challenge staying on one side. So we lengthen away and reach. We then single knee fold that leg in. Use the opposite hand to press into that leg and fire up those abdominal muscles. We do 4 on this side. So we lengthen away, level with the hips, and push in. And 3, and in, and 2, and in. The last one, keep that tummy connected, and in. We then lengthen away, and we slide the foot in and bring the hand back down by the side. Only to do the same on the other side. Off we go for 4. Press in, feel those abdominals firing up. And 3. And 2. And last one, keep those shoulders grounded into the mat. Come back in, so we lengthen away, slide the foot in and hand down by the side. That leads us on nicely to do some core work. So we lift the arms up and overhead, interlace them behind your head, and we'll add double knee folds once we're in our curler. Elbows wide, inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, flex and curl up. Maintain the curler, inhale, and exhale, fold the right leg in, followed by the left. Feet and knees are parallel. We then lower the right leg, followed by the left. Maintain the curler to develop and strengthen your stamina. And back down. Inhale. Exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale at the top. Let's start with the left on this one. So we fold the left leg in, followed by the right. Inhale at the top. And lower the left, followed by the right. Inhale and exhale, back down. Two more, and up we come, connecting in, scooping those abdominals towards your rib cage, and up, and down, and down. Curl up that tiny bit more, keeping the elbows reaching out, and down. We have one more to go, and up you come. Inhale to maintain. Exhale to fold and fold. Inhale, keep that pelvis nice and rounded. Make sure those knees are not too close to the hips. And lower the left, followed by the right. Finish off with a little bit more of a curler. And come back down. Good. Now this leads us on nicely to do a little bit more through the curler. So we lead, we come back up. Keep the shoulders soft. This time we do a single knee fold on the right leg. We lift the leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the leg grounded into that hip socket. Flex the ankle. Draw the toes in towards your shins. Push the heel away as you lower the leg down. Point and dynamically lift. Flex. Lower, only so far as you can keep that tummy connected and it doesn't leak into your spine. If it does, don't go so low, or alternatively, just lower the slightly bent leg. So we do one last one, lowering the heel down, and lift, stay up, fold the knee, and lower the foot down. Curl up a little bit more for me, and down we go. Should be feeling the abdominals about now. And off we go. We come up, curling up. Inhale. Exhale, fold the leg in. Inhale, reach up, dorsiflex, lower the heel down. Exhale, lift back up. And again, I'm using the inhalation to control and help protect my spine. I've got two more to do. And lifting up. One last one, really scoop those abdominals to protect the spine, and fold in, and lower down, curl up one last little bit, and down we go. Good, reach the arms up, circle them round to the side, and bring them down next to your bottom, palms facing down. Perhaps bring the heels a little bit closer for our spine curls, so make sure that you're nicely grounded through the 3 points of contact on both feet. Off we go. If you feel you would like a baby spine curl to start off with, keep the ribs down until you feel sufficiently warmed up to come all the way to your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tummy, peel the pubic bone in towards your ribs, and wheel the spine off. There is a little connection between the inner thighs, so both feet stay grounded. Inhale at the top, and exhale, wheel the spine back down, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the pelvis away. Inhale, exhale, tuck, indent the belly into the mat, wheel the spine off. Make sure the ribs are lower than the hips at the top, but make sure the hips are open, so don't see any kinks in through the hips. The bottom is squeezed and lifted. Roll back down. And again, let's do a couple more. And down in your own time. Try and keep the movement fluid. Stay up deep breath in, and then keep the fluidity of movement as we go down and roll the pelvis away to neutral. One last time. And up. And lift. Inhale. And exhale. Back down. Roll away into neutral. Bring the hands a little wider. Let's come into a hip roll. This is a nice exercise, releasing through that spine. Bring the feet together, so knees and feet together, palms are facing up to keep that shoulder joint on either side open. Inhale. Exhale, keep the knees and feet together as you hip roll over to one side. Now remember, it is a hip roll, it is not a knee collapse. So make sure that the knees are in alignment with the hips. Scoop the tummy and bring the ribs, hips and knees back into the center. Same again on the other side as you go over. Keep those shoulders grounded. Scoop and come back in. If you'd like to add a little bit more to the hip roll, we go over. Inhale, extend that top leg away from the shoulder. Fold the knee. Scoop and come back in. Think of keeping equal length through either side of the waist. So as you lengthen, you feel that stretch, but as you come back in, keep either side of the waist long. One more on either side. And reach. And fold. And come back in. Last one. Over to the side. And come back in. From there, we're going to come back up into a seated position, which you can either do by rolling up, or you can roll over onto your side and push yourself up. I will cue the roll up. Slide the feet away. Lift the arms up and overhead, shoulders down, ribs grounded. Inhale. As you come up, push the feet down and away, tuck the chin, flex, and roll up one vertebrae. When the shoulders are over the hips, come up lovely and tall, and we are ready for our seated work. We'll start off with a seat. We bend the knees, soles of the feet on the floor, bring the hands behind the thighs. The elbows are wide. Use your hands to press into the legs to give yourself a little bit more of a lift. You'll feel the mid-back working. If you feel that you need to sit on a block or on books to be able to maintain a comfortable position, please feel free to find something to sit on. We won't go all the way back, so you should be safe in that position. Inhale, exhale, simultaneously tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, draw the belly in towards the spine, and bring yourself into a C curve. The shoulders are still directly over the hips. Inhale, lift up, pushing the hands into the legs into the hands, and you get to have a nice long spine, reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And again, we'll do the same again, softening, try and keep the length into the spine. We don't collapse in a pile. It is a long spine that comes into a C shape. Lifting up, inhale, one more, and exhale. Inhale, lift. We now add a half roll back. We start with that C curve as we did before. Then from there, we start keeping exactly the same shape, rolling back onto the back of the tailbone. Feel that your arms are straightening. If you are on a book or a block, beware how far you go back. Once the arms are straight, you can either slide the hands down the side of the leg to find your right point, or simply come to the point where your fingers are reaching out and still tucked under your thighs. Scoop the abdominals up and in. Inhale. Exhale. Press the hands into the legs, shoulders over hips, elbows wide, and lift back up. 3 more. Tuck and round. Extend those arms if you can. Slide the hands down your legs to find that right point. Inhale. Exhale. legs and lift up. And beautifully. Feel those thighs at the front opening up. Roll up. On your last one, have a little look at the creases in your trousers. As you roll back, I want you to think of decreasing any creases you've got. So you get that openness through the front of the thighs. You then bring the shoulders forwards over the hips and lift back up. From there we come into our waist twist. So we want the soles of the feet together, or simply a position where you are comfortable and you have a sense of openness through the hips. Fingers sitting on the front of the seat bones. We don't roll back here, we keep that lift throughout. Place the hands on the front of the shins to draw yourself up a little taller. We then cross, I'll come forwards for you. We then cross the hands one on top of the other. I'm going to place the thumbs onto my breastbone so I don't cheat with my arms. Lift up, shoulders down, but elbows up. We then turn the head, the neck and the spine staying on an axis. There's no leaning, no tilting. It is simply a rotation on that axis. Bring the spine, neck and head back into the center. Inhale, tall as could be. And exhale, head, neck and spine goes round. Inhale to the center, one more on either side. Feet on that comfortable distance from the bottom, not too close, not too far. And back in. Last one. And round. And back into the center. Shake everything off and we'll prepare ourselves to come back down onto the mat to finish off with sideline, dart and sideline on the other side. So, from there again, if you don't feel comfortable rolling back, go over onto your side and come onto your backs. Alternatively, lengthen the legs away, reach up, inhale to prepare, and exhale to roll all the way back down. From there, we roll over onto our side. So I'm going to roll over onto my right hand side. So I'll bring my right arm up and overhead, bend my left leg, and roll over onto my side. Bend both knees, bringing the legs into a chair position. The bottom arm is drawn back. My spine is nice and long. I then lift my top leg to come into a lift and lower through sideline. I extend the leg away and I make sure that that hip is open with a slight roll forwards in the pelvis. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. And again for two, lifting up, making sure that the movement is coming in through the hip socket. It is not the spine collapsing down and lengthening away. And again up and lower. Keep that leg pulled back, a little squeezing through the bottom. Lift and lower. And let's do two more. Let's finish off with a pulse to make sure that we're working well here. So we lift up again, make sure it's in that crease of your trousers, your glute knee. And let's give another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, fold the knee, and place the knee onto the floor. Give a little rub. Okay, well done. Time to come into our dart. That arm is strategically placed to make it easier to roll over. So lengthen the legs away, roll over onto your front, and then accommodate yourself with your head down and your arms down by the side. Your palms are facing up today, and the big toes are together, heels are rolled out. My forehead is down on the floor. And we're ready to go. I'll roll my heels in, squeeze my inner thigh, gently squeeze the bottom, lift the head, the neck, the chest, and push the arms up towards the ceiling. With arms are reaching back. Inhale, reach, fingertips back, toes back, and crown of the head forwards. Release and lower down. And off we go again. We come up, hold, Inhale. Exhale, lower down, and allow those heels to drop out. And again, let's do that one last time. We come up, we hold. This time, we'll add a little bit of 100 sequence. We start pulsing the arms up towards the ceiling. That pulse is coming from the shoulders. As I breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Keep the arms squeezing in towards your ribs. And last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And lower back down. Allow the heels to drop out. Bring yourself up and come into a rest position. Allow yourself to have a little stretch, a little wiggle from side to side. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Which leads us on nicely to finish off on the other side. So before I was on my right side, I'm now going to roll myself round onto my left side with the bottom arm underneath my head. If that weren't comfortable, I would just place a cushion under my head and have the arm forwards. The legs are in a chair position. So again, 90-degree angle in the hips and the knees. Lower legs drawn out in front of you, parallel with the front of your mat. We then lift the top leg, reach and lengthen it away. Toes and fingers reaching away from each other, ready to come into our lift and lower, working into that glute med. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower, and up, and down, beautifully done, and up. Good, keep the length in the spine, keep that leg lengthening away. We've got 3 more to go. And down, and 2, and down. Last one, and lift, and down. Remember, time to pulse. So we start finding that pulse with the leg lengthened away, and we start counting down from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Keep that leg lengthened away, bend the knee and place it on the floor. Give yourself a little rub if you need to, because they've worked hard, those muscles. From there, we're ready to roll over onto our fronts and make our way up into standing. So from there, roll yourself over, come into the 4-point kneeling position. Tuck the toes, inhale, exhale, send the tailbone back, and let's come into a downward dog. Feel the stretch through the entire posterior chain of your body. Press the bottom up towards the ceiling, chest into your thighs, ears between your arms. From there, inhale and exhale, walk the hands in towards your feet. Hang your head, shoulders soft, inhale, and exhale, roll all the way back up into standing. We'll finish off with the feet parallel and hip width. Have a little shoulder shrug at the top. So we'll float the arms back up, same as we did at the beginning. Interlace the hands behind the head. Shrug the shoulders, release. Shrug again, and release. Draw those elbows back, and release. And back again, and release. Keep that belly in. Think about the lengthen through the spine, and float down. Let's do that one more time with our corkscrew arms. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Shrug, release. Open those elbows, and release. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Roll those shoulders forwards and up, back and down. Last one, forwards and up, back and down. Arms down by the side, shake yourself up. Make sure that we're not holding on to any tension. rooted in through the feet, soft through the knees, lift up through those inner thighs, scoop the abdominals up, lift and grow, chest up, chin back, inhale, and exhale, shake it all out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will continue to do the videos. If there are any exercises in particular you'd like me to do, please send me a message, email me. Details are always on the website at cadenzapilates.co.uk. I will be doing exercises of the day for you to have a play with as well.